White people aren't inherently bad. And you know what? I'm tired of all this revisionist history, trying to paint slavery as like some negative thing. What about the benefits? Like without slavery, there'd be no America. There'd be no iPhones. Yeah, you know iPhones, the thing that you use to spend your parents' money. Slavery has its benefits. And let me remind black people that if it wasn't for slavery, we'd still be in Africa. Today, I want to talk about Joe's favorite topic, slavery.
Oh.
You love this. I'm actually excited for this first clip. I'm going to show people, hopefully introduce them to my new favorite show, The Conservative View, a brave white woman who went on CNN to challenge the woke mob and stick up for white people.
So we're now literally reviewing parts of American history and parts of American culture to make sure it comports with dear leader and what the MAGA
Can we address some of those things that are in there? Because have you looked at some of the things that are being reviewed?
Yeah, slavery was a bad thing that we could talk about.
Okay.
Like,
he's not whitewashing slavery. So
he's not?
He's not. No,
okay.
He's not. And you cannot tie imperialism and racism and slavery to just one race, which is pretty much what every single exhibit does. But let's talk about the fact that when you
can't tie slavery.
let's talk about the fact that you get into all these other
slavery in
things.
America was.
Do you realize that only less than 2% of white Americans own slaves?
I think that's a good point. You know, not all white people are bad. Like Joe, you're one of the good ones.
Thank you.
Yeah, you know, aren't you tired of being blamed for slavery?
Yeah, I wish you would stop blaming me for it.
Well, you shouldn't have done it.
Well, I'm sorry. I was drunk and I wasn't sleeping that well. I don't know why.
Yeah, you were sleep deprived.
I was roofied.
That's why you did
me.
slavery.
That wasn't the real me.
Yeah, you're right. Well, yeah, God knows your heart.
It's tough to watch two white women argue about slavery because I don't know who to believe.
Yeah.
Usually I just go with the white women because they're always right, but when there's two of them, I get all mixed up.
That's true. That's why I think that women should be seen and not heard. To avoid the confusion.
Yeah.
But let's actually go to the same clip and go forward a little bit because I want to get to the black guy that they brought on.
Basically, this is obviously super simplifying it, but what happened was Europeans who were white came to West Africa.
Right.
They saw West Africans. They said, okay, these people are less advanced, and this must be fundamental to what they are. They're just a different class of humans, right? And they're inherently worse in all sorts of ways. That was the European mindset.
Got it.
Right? Now, fast forward hundreds of years later, I think what's happening is actually kind of a reversal, where now there's people who are saying, oh, white people are inherently worse in some way.
That's
but
true.
instead of it being technologically worse or civilizationally worse, it's morally worse. So what happens is anytime we have these discussions,
these white women are like,
talking about race,
yes, we're not bad people.
Focusing on the wrong thing when we need to be focused on the software, not the hardware. There's nothing about being inherently white or inherently black that makes someone inherently morally superior.
Listen, Joe, it's not your whiteness that makes you a terrible person. It's your personality.
Oh.
White people aren't inherently bad. And you know what? I'm tired of all this revisionist history, trying to paint slavery as like some negative thing. What about the benefits? Like without slavery, there'd be no America. There'd be no iPhones. Yeah, you know iPhones, the thing that you use to spend your parents' money. Slavery has its benefits. And let me remind black people that if it wasn't for slavery, we'd still be in Africa.
Korea had the longest slave trade in the history of the world. Do you know that?
Oh, really? No, I didn't know that.
Well, my girlfriend's Korean, and I have that fact stored in the back of my head in case we get into an argument or something. I don't know what we're going to argue over, but I'm going to throw it out there for sure.
I love that you looked that up just so you have that's what a relationship is. It's winning fights.
I know what to get her for her birthday.
What? A slave?
What? I got you your favorite thing.
I didn't know that, though.
Which, by the way, Trey, what are you doing next Saturday?
And that's my problem with this liberal Marxist agenda. It makes people adopt a victim mentality. And you know what? I'm going to say two words that you won't hear on CNN. And these are the two scariest words you could say to black people. If you ever want to scare black people, you just look them in the eyes and you say these two words: self-accountability. Black people, we run from self-accountability like it's child support.
Whoa.
That's right, yeah. If it's two things black people hate, it's self-accountability and an honest day's hard work.
Whoa.
Listen, this is the truth.
Jeez Louise. Could you not pan to me for like the next 10 minutes or so?
As Joe always says, black people love bringing up slavery almost as much as we love talking in the movie theaters. That's like, that's your favorite thing to say. And you know what? You're right. It's this victim mentality, though, that blacks we need to get out of, though. You know what I mean?
My instinct to yes and is so powerful. I can't deny
Say
it.
it. You know it's the truth. This is a safe space for free speech.
Oh, why do I feel so in danger then?
I'm just saying what Joe's thinking. All right? Everything I'm saying is something that has directly come out of Joe's mouth.
They're going to find out you're like some sort of AI bot that I built to just say all this crazy shit.
You know, when AI actually becomes, or when AI is racist, that's when we've lost.
Oh, man, yeah, that's going to be the turning point. Although, don't you think it's funny that, like, it might destroy humanity, but it won't say the N-word? It's kind of like a weird...
It is. It's a weird safe...
Yeah.
It's a weird, like, safety thing.
Like, it's going to destroy humanity, but respectfully.
It won't tell you a racist joke.
Yeah, no.
But it'll decide who gets to live or die. Back to Joe, I think you want to go back to talking about how black people have no self-accountability.
Sure, fucking why not?
You know, we gotta change our mindset, black people. Hey, get out of the victim mode, all right? That's the problem. Like, my God, if it's one thing I've learned from dating white women, it's that our thoughts create our reality. It's called manifestation.
Whoa.
That's right. And the woke mob is gonna get mad at me for saying this, but if George Floyd had manifested the knee off his neck, maybe he'd still be around.
Yep.
Sure, do you have anything to add to that?
Sure, Trey. Sounds good to me, man.
You know, George Floyd... You know, Joe actually brought this to my attention the other day. George...
Go ahead.
George Floyd he might be a criminal, but I think his biggest crime was this bad attitude.
Yep. Good point, Trey. Funny, too.
That's just, I got that out of my system because, you know, as a black person, I really want to see the black community rise. And now people are talking about reparations. You hear this?
Oh, yeah.
What do you think about reparations?
Why don't you tell me what I think about reparations, Trey?
I think, and I'm sure you'll agree with me on this, and every American will agree, but nothing comes from free money. You can't just give free money to people, especially black people, because it'll make us more lazy. We already look for an excuse not to work. You just want to hand out money? That's not going to solve anything. Free money is not going to solve world hunger. It might help people live. Is it going to stop trans people from reading to your kids? No. That's the biggest problem. We should be focusing on the things that matter, not reparations or slavery. We should be talking about what's really destroying the black community, like gay people getting married and Tyler Perry movies.
You have to get rid of just one. What are you going to do?
I think I got to go with Tyler Perry movies on that because as much as I hate gay people getting married, I hate seeing a black man in a dress more. I don't know why. It's just he's just so good at it. I don't hate a black man in a dress. I hate how comfortable Tyler Perry looks. You know, the threat to black community is not racism. It's not white supremacy. It's trans people who can read. You know, that's why whenever I see a queer person reading, I smack the book out their hand. For America. Honestly, I'm just guessing because I can't assume people's sexual orientation. Here's somebody breaking it down for this woke black woman.
You can give everyone here like a $50,000, especially people that are in the streets who are committing violent crimes consistently, a $50,000 check. It's not going to fix anything. It's not going to increase the median household income in the next 10 years by 10% or 20%. For example, we have the Chinese Exclusion Act of 1882. We prevented Chinese people from getting citizenship and even entering the country. We discriminated against them and basically put them under apartheid, even here in the United States, yet they have the highest median household income. How is that possible? How come they don't complain and feel entitled consistently to beg for reparations and beg for this when they are killing each other 90% of the time?
What about black on black crime?
Me?
Yeah, Joe.
It's bad.
That's exactly right. It's bad. And you know what? I just think it's time that we took some responsibility, all right? It's not all about racism. It's about, accountability, black on black crime, gay people reading. These are the issues. And when it comes to slavery, I honestly feel like it should be a states' rights thing. And I already know the comments. I see them right now. Trey's loves slavery. No, I'm not pro-slavery. I'm pro-choice. Would you like that, Joe? Would you like the choice to own slaves?
Oh, I do like choices as a concept.
Choices are good.
So you want to make it like abortion, where it's just...
Same thing like gay rights. They've let people decide whether or not gay people can get married.
You said about the iPhones earlier. We are actually okay with slavery as long as it's very far away from us.
That's
We just don't like slavery up close. It's nasty to look at. It makes us feel bad. But if it's far away where we can't see it, it's in a building with no windows. It's got nets around the outside of it so no one can escape their fate.
Get it away.
Exactly. Then we're okay with it. We don't have to hear or see it. We're totally fine with slavery.
You're right. I don't want to see slavery. I just want to benefit from it.
Exactly.
That's absolutely right. Yeah, you're right. So the problem isn't necessarily with slavery. It's just being reminded of it, And so that's why I think it should be a states' rights thing. Same thing with gay people. I'm tired with these pride parades. What are you proud of? Sucking a dick?
If I sucked a dick, I would be pretty proud.
If you just sucked it, or if you made him come, because that's an accomplishment. I think if you make somebody,
if I actually made somebody,
if you made a man come.
Yeah, sorry, Josh, I was gonna get gay for a second.
It's not the act of being gay. It's the
effort.
The effort.
Yeah.
And the accomplishment and the follow through.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially look, if you're gay, you want to suck a dick, so it's not that big a deal. But you're not gay and you sucked a dick to completion. It's pretty.
That's better. Okay, so let's reframe it.
Yeah.
If you're gay and you want to suck a dick, you shouldn't be able to do that. There's nothing to be proud of. But if you're straight and you suck a dick, then you should be proud of.
How about a parade of dudes who went to prison and made it through? You know what I mean? That's something to be proud of.
Yeah, a parade for prisoners that took it in the ass, but they didn't want to.
Yeah. You were a little slam pig in there for 10 years, and you made it out.
They did their time. Yeah, I'd love to see that. So let's go to, what's her name?
Kim Davis.
Kim Davis. So this is a brave woman that 10 years ago, she was jailed for 6 days after refusing to issue a marriage license to a gay couple on religious grounds.
Give us the deal, Devin. Who is actually asking the justices to overturn this?
Well, in recent years, Kira, we've been waiting for a case like this as some of the sentiment in the country has started to shift a little bit, softened rather, against same-sex marriage. There's been a lot of talk about whether the justices will get a chance to reconsider the case. And as you said there, they are getting that opportunity next month. We've learned that Kim Davis, she's that Kentucky clerk from back in 2015 that was at the center of international controversy when she refused to issue marriage licenses to a gay couple in Kentucky in defiance of the Supreme Court. She spent 6 days in jail. She lost a defamation suit. She had to pay $100,000.
So wait a minute, right there. So she spent 6 days in jail. Did she do anything gay?
6 days? That might not be long enough to do gay stuff.
Look at her. She just looks like a proud American. That's what I'm talking about. Good for her for fighting the fight.
I was going to say, it'd be funny if she was like, fine, I'm not going to be like a license issuer or whatever. I'm going to be a baker now. It's just a nice, quiet life of a baker.
And also denying loans.
Yeah, the first people that come in to get a cake from her, she's like, God damn it. You kidding me? No, I'm not going to make that cake. Get out of here.
I think that, we need to, just like slavery, gay marriage should be a states' rights issue. And we're going to keep a close eye on this. Hopefully the Supreme Court does the right thing. But now I want to move on to a more pressing matter. Donald Trump says we're going to go back to the moon.
The Trump administration has announced plans to build a nuclear reactor on the moon. This is a rendering. I still can't believe it. This is a rendering of what it might look like. But already I'm nervous because why is Mars right off the east? Okay, so a moon-based reactor would help astronauts on long-term missions. A directive from NASA's acting administrator, Sean Duffy, said one reason is to strengthen U.S. national security. Duffy said the first country to have a reactor on the moon could, quote, declare a keep-out zone.
So there it is. That's what Trump is doing, and I'm of two minds about this. You know what I mean? Because on the one hand, I support Donald Trump in anything he does, but on the other hand, I'm tired of this liberal propaganda about the moon. They keep trying to pretend like we went to the moon. Everybody knows that the moon doesn't exist. I thought that was common knowledge. The moon is just like the Epstein files. Never existed. Just fake propaganda made up by the Obama administration. You know what else bugs me about space travel is we never go just to go. It's always like because another country was going first.
Yeah. It's always competitive.
Yeah.
It's never leisurely.
No, yeah. It's always just to shit on another country. You know what I mean? Like in the 70s, we went because Russia was going. Now we're going back because China's might build a nuclear reactor. And that makes us very angry. And you know what? If China gets there first, they're going to move all the jobs to Mars.
Yeah, that's true. Oh, the job shift is going to be crazy.
Yeah, and then our jobs really will be taken by illegal aliens. Well, but we have a good time on the podcast, but we also like to tell the truth. It's amazing what America can achieve out of sheer pettiness.
Yeah.
Like, I bet you if China released that they were almost ready to cure cancer, we would cure it in like a week.
Yeah, but also it's like with medical advancements, I used to get excited about those, and then you get older and you realize how expensive medical treatment is. So now every time I do hear about like some sort of big cancer breakthrough, I'm like, oh, well, that's good for rich people. Good for them.
Yeah,
it's not for me or you. We're not going to get access to any of that kind of shit.
Speaking of Trump, I want to get to this. Zelenskyy, our friend of the show, he went back.
Friend of the show.
He went back to the White House, and he wore a suit this time.
Let me just say, 3.5 years from now. So you mean if we happen to be in a war with somebody, no more elections? Oh, that's good. I wonder what the fake news is.
The thing I love about Trump the most is how honest he is. Most presidents would make that calculation behind closed doors, but he's just openly considering being a dictator.
Yeah, he's doing the dictator math in front of everybody.
Yeah, that's what makes him great.
When you said Zelenskyy, you texted me like Zelenskyy wore a suit. I was hoping it was a tan Obama suit, and he just came in there and be like, yes, I dress up this time. You like these? How these? You know,
as a fuck you, yeah, that'd have been great. That'd have been a bold move by Zelenskyy.
That would have been so funny.
He should have, yeah.
People always say he's a comedian. That was a perfect opportunity for a bit, and he missed it.
Oh yeah, I forgot he was a comedian. That would have been
missed
great.
It.
Yeah, you know, maybe one day we'll look into his stand-up and see how good of a comedian he is.
Oh, it's gotta suck so bad.
Speaking of comedians who suck, Mark Maron is back.
Whoa,
that's right. Mark Maron is back, and he's doing what he does best: talking shit about people more famous than him.
I think that it's so effectively tribalized at this point. It really comes down to material. I mean, at what point, it's like whatever they represented in terms of policy. And it's not a stretch. It's like they won. Trans people are frightened. They have no ability to get health care anymore. And they're afraid of being alive and have no freedom left. So that's done. When do you stop with the jokes?
So that's a great question, Mark. When do we stop with the jokes? I'd say when the job is done. Right now, women still have the right to vote. So we got more work to do. So honestly, I do want to say that Mark has a point in the sense that sometimes we see these podcast people, they bring on terrible people and they give them no pushback. I think that comedians should stay out of politics and don't have presidents on your podcast. Unless it's Obama. Mark had Obama on. Did you know that?
He did, yeah.
Mark, he famously had Barack Obama, and he gave him the most softball interview. He could have asked him about Flint, Michigan. He could have asked him about the tan suit, but he didn't. He gave him so I just feel like it's inauthentic for Mark to just kind of be shitting on comedians not being more like journalists because he just kind of kissed Obama's asshole. All right, I want to wrap up. We have a new ad. We have a new ad read, a new sponsor on the show. Do you love America but hate the people who clean up your room and cook your food? Well, I've got a job for you. ICE is recruiting. You hear about this?
Yeah.
ICE is recruiting. That's right. The Immigration and Customs Enforcement Agency. Come on and join ICE. We're like cops, but we make up our own rules. If you're looking for a job where you can cosplay as a Navy SEAL and also traumatize children, then this is the job for you. Use promo code Trey/kids in cages. What do you do for a job other than this?
I work at a wine bar at the airport, and let me tell you, I do not get to traumatize children nearly as much as I would like to.
There you go. Yeah.
You know, I see a family walking to the airport. I'm like, oh, I wish I could separate them. ooh, I wish I could tear them apart. Oh, I want to take their dad far away from them. And I just can't, because I gotta bring people wine and stuff.
Well, now you can, Joe.
Oh, okay.
But with promo code Trey /kids in cages. That's
Okay.
right. Thanks so much for joining us, and we'll see you next time in our journey to the center of the truth.